Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today I was waiting a little bit for an opportunity and finally one presented itself. So in this question we are again on Cardano. We have done this one a couple of times, and so far, you know, we are in the current market stance where you gotta be a little bit careful, right? As we already talked about in the last video, and I do suggest you check that video as well, especially if you're holding many altcoins. You know, it could be something that will most likely save your balance on crypto, right? Or your delta in that case. So yes, I was waiting for today a little bit for opportunities, because the thing is, right, so I've called some longs on some altcoins and I've also called some shorts for hedges, and right now you don't really have much of those positions where I would you know, like to FOMO in or to play trades on. But you know, in the last 2 hours, I actually got a little bit of an interesting pump on Cardano, which in this case, it is not yet confirmed, but it might actually gain something to the left side. And if it does gain something to the left side, we can most likely play it on the markets. So in this case, we're going to be zooming in a little bit, because if you go zoom out on a hard time frame, you can see that we are very much on the top. So we need to be very careful when we go into these sort of coins with very defined stop losses, you know, in order to not surprise us with any, you know, possible rejections or anything, right? So when it comes down here, what we're going to be looking at right now is that we have gained over this structure right on the left side, and in this case, this is the first candle, which is going to be finishing in about 30 minutes because we are located on 1 hourly, and we surprisingly want about 2 to 3 candles to go above this point in order to make this move. So at the time that I'm recording this video, well, the video, or should I say position that we want to be trading in, is still not legit. You know, it's not legit to be taken, but after like 2-3 hours after this video is released, you will be able to go in and, you know, have a trade at it. So yes, and this trade is going to be located right here, because right now, once that we have come over the top of his, we do not want to go too much deep underneath, right? So I will, since I'm gonna be saying that this is quite bullish, but Cardano is doing at the moment, I would want to enter aggressively in as well. And and of course, during those times, I would also set one cheeky buy right down at the end as well, due to the fact that I already explained this back in the past when we were speaking about, you know, when the market stance changes a little bit and panic sets in, you want to be setting your buys at lows, not at highs, right? But in this case, we might actually be missed, right? So yes, one first buy is that I'm gonna do 2 buys in this grand area, and the third buy is going to be right under here, really low, you know, a cheeky buy. If it gets hit, it gets hit. If it doesn't get hit, nothing happens. I mean, you know, no problems at all. Or the trade is just going to be one bit of a less risk. So now I'm going to set up my position, and I'm going to be setting out a little bit more to the bottom of the box, since we have this third buy in that should even us out, right? So in this case, and you can see that we are going to be using this as a stop loss right down here. You can see that this stop loss is just about, I'm going to stretch it just a little bit actually, it's just about a little shy under 10%. And you know, that is pretty decently stop loss, although it's not the most good one when it comes to, you know, when it comes to whole structure and where we are located. But if Cardano you know, wants to be bullish and wants to go for continuation, then I am all about it, right? And in this case, yes, I'm gonna have a little bit of a fatter stop loss, and it'll also cripple my profit take just a little bit as well. Now, because you can already tell, right, this is over the top, right? We have nothing to the left side on a bigger time frame. So what we do during those times, we can use a little bit of a Fibonacci tool to kind of help us, you know, and kind of see where we're going to be located at, right? So in this case, if we do a little Fib pull, right, we can kind of see where our first profit take is going to be located. And due to our a little bit of a fatter stop loss, like we have discussed before, our profit take is not going to be the best on the first try. You can see that we are going to be taking it right at the top right here. So yes, as you can see, our profit take is going to be only 1 R at the first one, or should I say 10%, right? Or $1.2, right? So the first profit take is definitely not the best one. It is definitely not something you do. But you know, when you come to some of these trades right now in this period of time, it's really hard to find trades unless you're going to be aping in. And obviously when I mention this, it's obviously also hard to find some of the good positions on just on coins basically. But if all of the 3 buys are hit and we get to even it out, our buy price will most likely even be around lower, right? Even probably lower than I have right now, which means our stop loss is going to be a little bit smaller and the first profit take is going to be a little bit better. But where the interesting part comes in is going to be on a second profit take, and in this case, yes, it's going to be right up here. And if we could go all the way to the second profit take, here you can see a little bit more interesting things. 30%, 3.19 hour or $1.4, right? So that would be our second profit take. And in this case, this one then kind of justifies the trade, because it wouldn't be for that second one, we wouldn't even be looking at it, right? As normally speaking as this. But, a really interesting part is we can leave 10% running. Now, two ways we can leave 10% running for the future profit take. So yes, I'm going to first talk about, this is the third profit take we can take, or we can take on this coin. And in this case, if we stretch it all the way up, it is 5.4R, 52%, or $1.66, right? But no, there's also another option, which we discuss on this channel quite regularly, is following your stop loss as the structure goes. So let's just say for basic, you got a rejection here, you fill the trade here again, right? You pan out the structure. Now you can move this stop loss all the way under this structure right here. And if it does something like this again, rejects, bounces, you can move your stop loss underneath the structure, and you keep on doing that until the coin proves you wrong. And thus, sometimes you will get less of a profit take than our maximum profit take, but sometimes you will get extreme bull runs and you will be hitting them a home run. And if you look at Cardano right here, if you did something like this on a daily time frame, you can see that it would still wouldn't stop you out. If you just follow these basic principles, when once the structure was formed and it starts mooning, you put it underneath there. Mooning, as structure is formed, it starts mooning, you put it under here. You can see that once that happens, you still wouldn't be stopped out. And even if you fill the trade all the way down here, right? Even if you fill the trade all the way down here in March, Cardano would have not stopped you out, not even once, following that strategy as well. So yes, you have multitude of opportunities when it comes to these trades, but for now I'm just trying to find a couple of percentage here and there while my positions are hedged on Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? And this is how we should be looking at it. So yes guys, thank you for watching these videos. Please do subscribe to our channel, like the video, follow us on YouTube, and also please check out our blog post, 4C blog post, where we post YouTube videos, Bitcoin analysis, and all of those kind of things that will help you on your path to becoming a trader if you're really interested into it. And thank you for watching guys, and see you in the next one.